Welcome back to Good Morning Kenya. You are just in time for the first discussion of the day. Remember, you can always interact with us through our social media platform. The hashtag to use on Twitter still remains Good Morning Kenya, our official station handle at KBC Television across all the social media platforms, and our individual handles as well at Jain Wambui, at Ramaguko, at Raymanyara, and at Doreen Arange. We'd absolutely love to know where you're watching us from this morning. So right now we want to get started with the first discussion of the day. It matters to do with cybersecurity here in our country. What is the importance and why is it important to just brace ourselves and be prepared when it comes to matters to do with the cyberspace? And to help us with this discussion, we have Hon.William Kisang. He is the member of the National Assembly for Marakwet West, as well as the chairperson of the Departmental Committee on the Information and Innovation. Karibu sana. Thank you for being with us this morning.
Thank you, Jain.
And of course, to the extreme left, we have Grace Githaiga. She is the co-convenor of KICATAnet. Karibu sana.
Thank you.
Good to have you back.
Thank you.
All right. So if you have any questions in regards to, matters to do with cybersecurity here in the country, please feel free to send them through. We'd absolutely love to just help you understand what the cyberspace is all about. Now, we just want to start with the basics, just for the benefit of the public and those who there's so many people who don't know, but, just hide behind that curtain. So we just want to start with the nitty-gritties, the basic definition of these words. So let's start with just the cyberspace. What is this cyberspace in itself? Let's start with you, Grace.
Cyberspace constitutes use of the internet, the information highway, use of computers, and how all those interact with information and how people engage online, either exchanging information, either trading, interacting socially, by being aided by the internet or use of an electronic gadget. So that then gives them that cyberspace.
All right.
Is what we call the cyberspace. So that just intersection of information online, the computer, the internet, and any other electronic gadget.
All right. Especially now, we're living in a time where there's so much technological advancement. So just that Facebook, that Twitter, that WhatsApp, all that constitutes of the cyberspace, yeah?
Correct.
And
the social platforms.
Yes.
So you have the social platforms that have provided citizens with a place for them to engage in unprecedented manner, where we have users being consumers at the same time as producers, and just giving them that freedom to express themselves in ways that have not been seen in this country. So that space provides that engagement platform, which is a very good thing. And that's, today we are talking about cyberspace. In Kenya, we have so many users and we have so many people adopting use of internet, which has been facilitated mostly by use of mobile phones, with mobile network operators, providing incentives that allow ordinary citizens to actually want to go online and to engage. And once citizens go online, then they find it very exciting that you can sit there and not wait, say, for KBC to direct you in a certain way in how you consume information, that you can actually be a person who breaks news, you can be a person who shares news, and you get your online community to engage with you.
At your own convenience.
Completely. And what that has also meant that with this exciting opportunity for citizens to engage, with this exciting moment for citizens to be online, with this moment where ordinary citizens can engage using the phone, that has also brought in its own challenges. And those are the challenges now that I guess we will be talking about in this program.
Yes.
Cybercrime.
We will be getting to the nitty-gritties, and you just mentioned the word cybercrime in itself. And Mweshimiwa, you have such a wide knowledge but in regards to, just matters to do with the technical area of the divide. So from your knowledge board, what is your understanding of cybercrimes for the benefit of the public?
Thank you, Jain. I want to inform the viewers that last year, May 2018, as a Committee of Communication, Information and Innovation of National Assembly, we passed a law, what we call Computer Misuse and Cybercrime Act 2018. It was signed by the President sometimes in May. And basically, it looked like the law is not very clear. Most people don't understand basically what cyber crime is. You know, the title of the law was changed to computer misuse. Basically, it's not computer misuse only.
Yeah.
Because if you check what is happening in Kenya now, everybody has a phone. Even in the house, basically, you don't
even the children these days.
My daughter who cleared phone for last year, all the time she was in primary school and high school, she had a smartphone.
Yeah.
So basically, we are exposed. Our children are exposed to computer and ICT at a very young age. It's not like us. The first time we used computer is when we were in the university.
And adjoining campus.
Yeah, that was 88 those days. So, but now when children are born, they already have these things. They are very sharp. They know all these things. That is why it was very important to come up with a law to assist. Because people, you might be using it, you misuse.
And you don't know.
And you don't know. That's why it was important to pass a law. And what we are still working on is to go outside there. Like this forum is very good.
Yes.
We have actually planned as a committee that we need to move around. We go to the TV stations and radio stations so that we can do like basically public awareness. We need to do civic education because people don't know. Some of the sections of the law have been suspended by Judge Mwita because the blockers went to court because some of them, or the way they used, they believed it was offensive, maybe to freedom of expression, freedom of press, and freedom of information. But it's not. Basically, we need to do civic education. Computer cybercrime is rampant everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah.
Everywhere. We are losing resources. Banks are losing money daily. But you see, no one is talking about it because, you know, the way we are, if you talk about it, you know, it might not be very good to the
for
clients.
you.
Yeah, not even for the client, the banks.
Yeah.
Yeah, but every day, if you read internal reports, we are losing a lot. That's why it's important that we come out, we talk about this cybersecurity so that people come to know what are we supposed to do so that we don't expose ourselves. Yes.
So that you know what you're getting yourself into and what constitutes of a crime online. You might, it may be something that you're doing every day, yet you're not aware of it. And, you know, it's not your fault, but it's just, you know, the lack of awareness that needs to be there to just help you understand.
And ignorance is
it's bliss. For children, it is.
Yeah. And just to pick from where Mheshimiwa has left, you realize that we ordinarily have criminals. But now there's technology that is aiding them to actually conduct their criminal activities effectively.
They're called keyboard warriors.
Correct. Mheshimiwa has mentioned about the banking sector, where we actually have internal staff who have become a danger to the institutions because they know the inside systems. So they collude with other criminals to actually fleece their organizations. And this is happening in the banking sector. It's also happening in the mobile network, within the mobile network operators. And so when we look at even how Wananchi respond, and we say that Wananchi are ignorant, yes, they might be ignorant, but you know, these criminals have also become very smart. And they use social engineering. So they're aided by technology, but they also use social engineering. So you find like an ordinary person getting a call, and you know, there's a call, wewe ni so and so.
They know all about
you. Sasa tunakupigia kutoka Safaricom. Na unajua kuna issue with your password, sasa hebu tupatie hizi details. And Wananchi, not knowing, give their passwords. So one of the things that I think, like Mheshimiwa has said, there needs to be a lot of awareness. Civic education, awareness of how you engage online. And so people give their details innocently. Within a minute, they are mobile money accounts are wiped clean. I have a very good example. My father, experienced that recently, and he changed his number. So I am trying to get to speak to him, and I can't get through. So he calls me on a different number and says, these mobile networks, they are thieves. And I say, how are they thieves? And he explains, and I say, no, you are the one who provided the details. Now, yes. So wananchi need to learn that they should never provide. And I know the mobile network operators have had that campaign, but wananchi are still not getting it. So people need to learn that there's social engineering, or where they call you and they tell you, kwa nini hujalipa hii stima? Si umekuwa ukilipa na M-Pesa? And you're thinking, I use tokens. I don't pay directly. I buy tokens. But before you think, you're thinking, who have I paid? Have I paid for someone else? And are those the details? And you're thinking, stima yao inakatwa.
Start second guessing yourself.
Yes,
so
yes,
you
yeah.
start providing the details. Muko wapi? Muko South B. Apple Golden Gate, So yes, you provide them with the details,
yes.
that information.
Yeah.
And so they wipe you clear. So there needs to be, and I'm so glad to hear Mheshimiwa saying that, there needs to be a campaign to let wananchi know that one of the tricks that's being used is social engineering. Yeah.
Let me tell you, sometimes not about 2 weeks ago,
Yeah.
I was going back home over lunch out to pick something at home. Somebody calls me, this is your name, your account number. We are at your home, you have not paid your power. We want to disconnect. I said, where are you? He said, I'm at your home. What's your name? My name is this particular name. Then I said, fine, I'm at the gate, I'm coming in. I arrived there, there's no one. These are basically con men who are smart, intelligent young people.
Yes.
Basically who have become criminals because they are idle also.
They're idle, yes.
Unemployment is an issue.
It's an issue.
Because unemployment is an issue, the youth, these young people have knowledge and they don't have anything to do. Basically, they specialize in...
whatever is available.
Yes, whatever is. And they take advantage, even very senior people. You saw recently what happened. Somebody pretended to be calling as the head of state and took 10 million.
Yeah.
That is part of a cyber crime.
And also just looking back, in 2017 when we saw Mr. Mutuku, who actually had been in the KRA system,
yes.
almost 4 billion Kenya shillings, only to be discovered. And, the money is already gone. So you actually suffer the consequences. And these are people who actually tap into the psychology of the people. People become so susceptible and they're not able to just defend themselves. People are left there hanging, lose money, and suffer at the hands of, these keyboard warriors.
Yeah.
And at this point, before you dish out information about your accounts, your numbers, personal information, you should be very sure, try and verify with the service provider, because I believe the specific numbers that your service providers actually use to contact you. Don't just go out giving information to somebody who claims they know about this about you, they know where you live, where you, how you work, what time you wake up, where your TV is set up. These are people who actually have looked into your life and they target people. Now, the whole question of cybersecurity, or the aspect of cybersecurity, comes into play. And why is it even important to just brace yourself and prepare yourself in terms of being ready for all these crimes that actually happen on the IT platform? The importance of cybersecurity on a national scale.
I think maybe Mheshimiwa will respond to that.
Yeah.
Good. Let me tell you, the reason why cybersecurity is very important, it is basically important for us as Kenya. Number two, also nationally. If you realize what happened recently at 2C2, the terrorism, the terrorists have also become smart. And basically what they're also using now, they're using intelligence on cybersecurity. They just come around, they use phones, they monitor the place, and basically connect internationally, because some of the sites for terrorism are within the country, and others, basically we know the headquarters in Somalia.
It's a larger criminal
it's a larger
organization.
Criminal organized.
Yeah.
And these guys, basically, they use technology to communicate. That is why we are saying, as a country, basically we already have 2 cybersecurity centers to monitor what's going on now. We have one at CA headquarters, And there is one that is at DCI. I don't know, we are going to do a visit there very soon. But as a committee, we have already gone and seen basically what's happening at the Communication Authority of Kenya. And they are very thorough. They check what's happening in our cyberspace and check the activities that are going on. In fact, there are so many interceptions that have been done before they happen.
Yeah.
And that is the best. That's the best thing. That's what we need to do. We
bit
need
of
to
it
prevent
instead
of just reacting.
and suffering the consequences.
And we basically, as a country, we are putting resources there so that at least our space, our cybersecurity space, is safe. But basically, you cannot be safe 100%. You know, cybersecurity is the same guys as the guys who are doing viruses.
Yes.
You know, the virus, the people who do
who have
antiviruses,
antidotes,
they are the same people who also generate the viruses. So basically, you do within a month, you even less than a month, you have already done an upgrade of a different
antidote
breed of virus that will come, that will not be protected by the antivirus, so that they also have a market for the antiviruses all the time. So even for cyber security, these are sharp guys. They are very smart. When they see that you have done something to detect and prevent these things happening, they look for newer technology.
Yeah.
So that they are ahead. They are always trying and thinking. These are people who don't sleep. These are criminals. You know, a criminal does not sleep.
It's a full-time job.
It's a full-time job. When we are waking up in the morning and looking for bread for our children, the criminals are also looking for bread for their own children by thinking on how to attack you, how to make money from this organization, how to cheat you. You can imagine, Jain, for you, I mean, you've gone to school. Somebody sends you an M-Pesa or T-Cash or Airtel message from their own phone and tells you, sorry, I've sent money wrongly to you. Can you please reverse and return? You, without thinking, and you have gone to school, you decide to... Yes, without even checking your balance. Maybe you have 5,000, and maybe this person says he has sent you about 4,000. So without confirming that there is no money that has come to your account, you just
send it back.
You send it back. As soon as you send, you realize it is too late. So it is always good to think and fast before you do anything. You check.
Right.
Because transactions, money transactions, will always come from the company names, not from somebody's name.
Your service
this
provider.
is part of cybercrime. But you see, people don't know.
And it's happening every day.
Even now it's happening.
Yeah,
even now as we talk.
May I just chip in on the issue of importance to add on to what Honorable Kisang has said? I think a safe cyberspace is very important for this country. For one, we are now transacting online. Simple things, paying our bills, paying for school fees,
buying
food in the supermarket, paying our workers. So, and then we are also doing, online banking. We are actually conducting a lot of our services, including the government e-services that you now can apply for your passport online and pay online. You renew your driving license online, you pay online. So there's really need to have that secure system that then gives confidence to people to engage. Kenya is known as a hub, as an ICT hub, as a lead in this area. And therefore Kenya needs to set, to continue being that lead by actually showing what is workable and what is not workable. But how do we respond to the ever-changing technology? How do we respond to that dynamism that today, like Honorable says, you're dealing with this. In the evening, there's something new, and you have to start dealing with that aspect of crime. And so that's why we have to be balanced. So there's not just technology, but there's also social engineering, like Honorable said. You send back that money, and it's so easy because you're thinking, oh my goodness, ni pesa ya hospitali, ni pesa ya kifo.
Mama yangu on the deathbed,
And before you even realize, and that person has called you, Mama, nimekutumia hiyo pesa, and you just respond. I know some of us have not done that because we don't usually keep money in our account.
Yeah.
But people who have money will actually send and realize 3 days later. And then it will be too late.
Yeah.
So, you know,
And they
awareness.
actually even tell you, unaweza baki na 1,000, nitumie hiyo ine ya juu, and they incentivize you. And my director was almost duped one of the, just recently. You know, remember we were talking about matters to do with cybersecurity, of course, pegging on the roundtable meeting that will be happening today in the city. We'll be telling you more about that. That is definitely something that you need to look out for. You need to understand what is the importance when you're in that cyberspace. What do you need to equip yourself with, especially in terms of, you know, information and awareness. So we want to take a quick break. We'll be having a third guest joining us. So do not go anywhere. Good Morning Kenya is coming right back.